Tap, 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 tap in. Oh, oh. Tap in. Tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap, tap, the tap in with Big Phil speaks. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. What you got going on? What you got going on? Might as well pop in to see what's going on. Pull up, tune in, pull up, tune in. I tell a friend to tell a friend, a friend, a friend. Big Phil's bringing the real, so let the fun begin. Ooh, you want it, you got it. Here comes the good part. Real conversations, real interviews, real talk. We keep it real just for you. You tapping in is a major part. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in, tap, tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in. Tap, 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 tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in.
City to city, city to city, city to city,
City to city, town to town. Big Phil Speaks is coming through and it's going down. Pulling up on the scene to find out what's going on, ain't no mystery.
pulling up
In your city to get to know the people, the culture, the history. Rolling around like tides, where will he stop? Coast to coast and state to state. He might just end up on your block.
City to city.
The pull up is real. When you see me,
Get with me.
get with me.
City to city. City to city.
The pull up is real. When you see me,
Get with me.
Hey, 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 yeah. Good evening to ye. Good evening to ye. Let me know if you can see me clearly. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. It's one more time around the clock, yeah. City to city, city to city. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Yeah. Can you hear me? Let me make sure. Everything is everything. Yeah, I'm in here. My volume is low. Let me turn it on up. Is that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I see you in the back. Can y'all hear me? Mute your phone. Mute your thing for me. Matter of fact, I'll mute it. I got you. GMG, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now clearly? Hear ye, hear ye. Okay, all right. What's goody like the mob, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks. Back for another one. Y'all like, what the hell is going on? It's an off day for you, Big Phil. Yes, I'm in the building. This is the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks. Tonight, we got a wonderful interview. We got a wonderful interview with a lovely young lady by the name of Brittney King. Brittney King. She is a 36-year-old, or should I say 36-year young mother of three from out of the Philadelphia area who has a story to tell, something to talk about, a serious topic that happens to individuals across the United States and maybe even abroad or whatever the case may be. And whether you agree or disagree, we're going to be respectful for the situation. And guess what? We're going to let you be the judge. Is she tripping? Is she dead right? Is something going on? And I put this out here to individuals from the Philadelphia area so that they could tap in, not only to view this, but also maybe reach out to Miss Brittney King or whatever the case may be and give some kind of assistance or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we about to have at it, ladies and gentlemen. Before I bring her up, let me do this. Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Mike 313, I see you. Good evening to ye. Miss Scat Pat, what's goody like the mosque? Tiffany, Tiny Cole, I see you. Good evening to ye. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. Listen from the good IG side, GDE Yonks. Eatington Danny, Truth Gamer, Jolene, DJ Red, y'all come on over to the YouTube streets for those that are tapping in, tuning in from X, formerly known as Twitter's Facebook, IG, Kick, Twitch, and all of the other places. Make sure you come on over to YouTube and at minimum hit that thumbs up for your boy. At maximum, subscribe to the channel, and in overdrive, hit that notification bell, something like this. So you can be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drop, whenever Feel the Love Friday drop, or the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks drop, or anything else that I put on this Big Phil Speaks channel. You hear me? Big Phil DeMarco. Listen, we about to have at it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to bring to the stage this wonderful young lady. If y'all could do me the honor and the favor. Young Drez, that's what she said. GMG, you in the building. Before I bring this wonderful young lady up, please do me the honor, the privilege, and the favor of tapping in with 1 to 7 of your friends. Share this on your social medias so we can menage with the algorithm. Listen, you know I don't want you to spam your whole contact list. Just a couple weeples, just a couple peoples. Hey, Aunt Mimi. Hey. And Auntie Queen, I see y'all. What's goody like the mob, huh? Y'all make sure y'all get your popcorn, your coffee, your tea, your tree, whatever need be to get you through the situation. And then strap in, because this here is going places. We going to a whole nother globe. You hear me? Let me see what we got going on here. Bam. Where we at? Before I let go, can I get a kiss? Good night. Yeah. Yes, lady. Coming to the stage is Brittney King. She's going through something that she describes as gang stalking. And it's a serious situation that individuals go through. Not just men, not just women, not just children, but a little bit of everybody. And we're going to talk about the ins and outs of it and all of the things surrounding her situation since moving into the Fair Hill section or area of Philadelphia, which is, I think, in the north side of Philadelphia, but it's a section in North Philly or whatever the case may be. And understand, for those that follow me and watch me of different persuasions or whatever the case may be, there will be some things discussed along race lines or whatever the case may be that involves Latino and Hispanic individuals, as well as African American, Black individuals, and some white folks are too. So I want y'all to just hear it with an open heart and open ear, or whatever the case may be. We'll try to be very respectful at all times. Me and Brittney, I know she's real spirited, so she might get a little but we're gonna try to deal with it in the most respectful light, or whatever the case may be, and understand and bring to light that even though we do get along, or whatever the case may be, in a lot of instances that that sometimes there are situations and circumstances that there's still some division out there. But y'all check this out. Not check this out. Sorry. Angie, I see you in the building. Charlie Hustle, what's good? Brittney, let me see. Let me see how if I can bring you to the stage. Coming to the stage. None other than North Philly's finest. 36 years young, single mother of three, and while she's been doing her thug thezo and living upon her own, and she happened to move. Why did she move into Fairhill, Philly? Andorra. She's just trying to live her life, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage, Brittney King. What's goody like the mom? Let me. I muted you. Let me unmute you. How you doing, Miss Brittney?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. How you doing, Phil?
How you doing? I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Good to see
That's
you, or
good.
whatever the case may be. As you know, I was reached out to, and we had a conversation, about the situation, and
Hmm.
I was like, you know what? Let's bring it online. Let's bring it to the people, and hopefully, people that watch this will tap in and see and hear, and if they could be of assistance, cool, or give it some advice, cool, or whatever the case may be. But to allow it to be your story to tell, but also allow others to understand it's a testimonial of where we're at in 2026 and how things can be perceived or how things could actually be outside of the realm of what we feel like it should be, or the like, or whatever the case may be. Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself or whatever? I told them you was 36 years young and all those good things, and that you the mother of three. But
Thank you for
if you
that.
would, could you give us an introduction? Yeah.
Sure. All right, yeah. So, like Phil was saying, I'm 36. My name is Brittany. I have three children. I'm a single mom, and yeah. So, I mean, I thought I was doing a big thing by buying a home, but it's turning out to be one
Shout out to that.
of the worst decisions I've ever made in life. Moving here.
Buying a
But my,
home.
my background is I've always worked. I don't do much. I don't get into a lot, so it's really not that much to tell, except for the game stalking. Now that's a lot. Do
Okay.
you want me to
And
keep
and and
going, or
and,
you
and
want
being
to?
so basically, you say,
I'm sorry.
if there's anything intro wise that you would like to, anything that you would like to let the people know summarily, just as an intro, and then I start in with the questions, and we can roll with there.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? I'm really just here to enlighten the community about gang stalking and its tactics, so that if it happens to them, because it can happen to you, it can for sure. Um, if it happens to you, you know what's going on, because it's really something that comes out of left field in your
Facts.
life. Your life literally just changes, and you're like, "Wait, what's going on here?" So I just want to enlighten.
Okay. Well, somebody asked a great question. Hey, Frank Murray, see you in there. CLBCNY, the frog, I see you. Gang stalking, for those that don't understand or know or haven't Googled it or whatever the case may be, gang stalking is the persecutory belief system where individuals identifying as targeted individuals believe they are being systematically followed, watched, and harassed by large groups of organized strangers or government entities.
Hmm.
While widely recognized by the psychiatric community as a delusion, victims often experience severe distress and real world isolation. So, in that sense, if there's a real situation going on, there is no delusion in it. If there's really some people in a concerted effort that stands against Brittney or anybody else, then that is not a delusion, but that's a reality. And then what it is sometimes the people on the outside of it that don't witness it can somewhat dismiss it, like, you stretching it or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
But if you know other individuals that have been through similar things, or where there's video proof, audio proof, then it brings it to a whole nother level of what's actually going on. So hopefully that answers that question. Okay. let me ask you a question, right? You grew up in North Philly the whole your whole life, right?
No. So I did not grow
Okay.
up in North Philly. I grew up in the
Okay.
West Philadelphia section of the city. Um, but
Okay. You was next to Will
before
Smith and them.
I'm sorry.
You grew up next to Will Smith and them, huh? On
In West
West
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia is
born
where I
and
made my
raised on the place.
yeah.
um, but before we continue though, I want to clarify something
Sure.
about the definition.
Sure.
So this gang stalking is it's actually a worldwide thing. It's employed by government agencies. And so that
Okay.
definition is they wrote that definition in there because automatically they want the targeted individual, because that's what the victims of gang stalking are. They're targeted individuals. They want the
Hmm.
target to be seen
Got
as mentally unstable off rip, like from the beginning. So that's why the
got you.
definition says the persecurity person whatever it said, belief system. But
Persecutory.
a lot
Hmm.
yeah, a lot of their tactics and things that they do, like I can tell you things and it will sound crazy because that's how it's meant to be that way. So I just wanted to clear that.
Got you. Got you. We were gonna go back down that lane anyway. So yeah, but thank you. It's all good. Let me ask
Okay.
you a question. Being that you were from West Philly and you, as a grown woman, a mother, nonetheless, you decided to through your working. You're not outside. Basically, you're not
No.
down with the street antics and all the things that happen outside. So you worked hard to get to a place where you can work to buy your own place or whatever the case may be. This isn't no
That's
rental
correct.
property that you're just paying monthly on a rental. You either outright bought it or you have a mortgage on it. Correct?
Right. Mortgage. Hmm.
Correct. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So in doing so, you got online possibly and looked around. Was like, okay, I'm searching for me a house. I'm about to move in, and yeah, I'm about to get me a little something that I call my own. Let me ask you this: the neighborhood in which you moved in. How did you come to move to the Fair Hill area of Philadelphia?
So by not doing my due diligence, by not doing enough research, by looking
Hmm.
at a house that I could afford. Remember, I'm doing it by myself, so I needed something that I could afford. And like West Philadelphia,
Sure.
it's higher. West Philadelphia, well, certain parts of North Philly are high too, but it was just higher.
Sure.
The prices were higher. So I looked at the house. I liked the way the house looked, and the price was affordable. So I bought it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You said have at it. Listen, and where you moved is actually a multi-family dwelling, right? Like, well,
Yes.
somebody, I believe you said to
Well,
the left of you owns a property, a piece of the property, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
no worries. So I live in a single family home. However, it's a row home. So yes, to answer your question, the houses are connected.
The row homes are attached. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so the row homes are, I get it. I get what you're saying now. I envisioned it as a multi-family property where you owned your unit or your house part of it. But okay, so now it makes sense. It's a row house. You got your house and your neighbors got their house or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
Let me ask you a question. When you moved into the community, um, did you feel a way or did anything strike you funny in moving into it when you saw maybe how many people of a certain demographic lived in that neighborhood, or it was just like whatever, or whatever
Oh
the
yeah.
case may
So
be? Did
when
that
I oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you good, you good.
Okay,
Must be
you're
a delay.
finished. You're
You hear
finished
me?
asking the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, at first, no, it wasn't an issue. So just to clarify for the audience, I live in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. Predominantly. At first, no,
Latino,
Lati
Latino.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Latino. um, community, and at first it wasn't an issue. I mean, I didn't know about the Latino culture. I didn't care. I didn't care. It was cool
Got you.
until it
Got you.
wasn't.
And how long, I get that. How long were you there when you started experiencing your first set of issues in that community?
So
I believe they would start maybe in the house more so than outside, if that makes sense.
so yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense because they absolutely do stalk me from inside the homes. Yes. However, that didn't start
Hmm.
out at first. So everything was extremely gradual. When I first moved
Okay.
in, well, let me add some more context for the audience. The person that lives to the right of me owns the home that lives to the left of me. So I'm sandwiched in between these two homes that have close
Got you.
ties to one another.
Got you.
So the house to the right of
Got you.
me was the quieter house. I didn't hear anything in this house. The house to the left
Got
of
you.
me, some noise sometimes, which is normal and cool, no problem. Um, what happened was the house to the left of me, those tenants moved out. And so new tenants moved into
Got you.
that house. And when
Got
those
you.
tenants moved in, they began to play music from morning to night. However, that did not bother me. It's just okay.
Got
I
you.
got neighbors that listen to music. Big deal. However, that became an issue because that was done specifically to bother me, to get a reaction, right? So when it didn't get the
Got you.
reaction, they had to up it a little more to let me know, no, we have an issue with you because
Got you.
um how can I say this? When you Okay, so the difference between animals and people is intellect. An animal will, when confronted with like aggression, an animal will either fight or it's going to run, it's going to retreat. So, in a large
Hmm.
way, their intellect is a it's beneath what it should be for a person because if you have an issue, you talk about it. If you have an issue, especially with your neighbor, you talk about it with them. You don't do
In the perfect
uh,
world, yeah. Yeah.
you don't do like poke the bear. You don't become super passive aggressive, and so now this to upset. You don't do all of that. So once they would like give me looks when I came outside and stuff like that, that's when I realized, oh, they have an issue with me. So, but I didn't say anything. Um,
Okay.
Fast forward, they stopped playing their
No,
music
no. Stay
because
there for a minute. Stay there. Stay there for 1 second. Stay
okay,
there because I want to give context. What she's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, from the conversation we had, she was saying that the way the houses are built, the walls are real thin. So the things that go on in one or more houses, you can kind of hear
mm-hmm.
it extra than in a normal built, a properly insulated built house or whatever the case may be. I do want to say that, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
Oh, it's
continue
okay.
on.
Okay, thank you. No, I appreciate that. So, so fast forward, the tenants to the left of me, they have a baby, and so they can no longer play their music from morning to night and repeat. They can't do that anymore. Now, I'm getting
Right.
ready for work one day, and I'm yelling at my kids, but like just like my voice is elevated. Hey, come on, that's the hustle and bustle of the morning. Every parent knows that.
Yeah, and you a mother, you a single mother with
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, so you get your ass up. Come on,
Right.
get
Right.
dressed.
Get
We
dry.
got to go. You know the things, the things. Yeah, yeah. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100.
Right. Right. Now, in this neighborhood, a lot of people don't work. I'm gonna put it like that. So these were people
Hmm.
and work. They don't really do too much. And so me
Gotcha.
coming in was like literally I uprooted the system. Um, it's just such a difference. Like they're not used to it. So this
Yeah.
particular morning, I'm getting the kids together, and I hear three knocks on my wall in the diner room. One, two, three. Again, more animalistic behavior. This
Got
is
you.
animal to me. This isn't like knocking on walls. Come on, that's what a monkey would do.
Okay.
That's what a monkey will do. So it's like this animal stuff. No, we're going to have to do something. So I didn't retaliate at first because I wanted to think things over, even though I knew what that was. He's trying to tell me be quiet in my house
Sure.
without words though, like an animal. So mm-mm.
Like you making too much damn noise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So when I came back home, I the next morning I banged three times in the same spot, and I said, "This is my so and so home, and if I choose to raise my so and so voice, that's what it is. I'm in my house."
Right.
Now, let's give more context because they're not used to that. I am a woman, and without giving my age, you don't know how old I am. Like I don't
Yeah, yeah.
have a certain, I don't look 36. I do know that. So I may seem younger, right? And in their mind, that equals to weak. Oh, she's a single mom. Oh, she's a woman. No, she's gonna bow down. No, I'm not. So that really disturbed the system as well. Because like, oh, what do we do with her? I believe
Mm.
another issue is my skin color. I'm brown. From what I can see,
Okay.
what I've seen, the Latino community that I live in, right? That I live in, that it doesn't go over well. This doesn't go over well. Another
Okay.
issue is that I own my home. That's a problem too. That's because not saying that there aren't any elevated women, Latino women in
Hmm.
the community. I'm
Yeah.
sure that there are. However, I don't necessarily see them because they're not gang stalking me. They're minding their business. The people
Yeah.
that are good within the community don't bother me. I don't see them. I don't, you know. So what I am seeing, right, is basically they're given a bad representation of their race, their culture, because I'm seeing
Culture.
an elevated number of Latinos just have no respect. My trash used to get torn into, not by animals. No, no, no. Oh yeah, they go through garbage. It's
Let me
like,
ask you this, right?
uh-huh.
Hold it right there. Let me ask you a question because at first you said when you came outside, the ladies was looking at you, right? I don't know how you built and all those things, but could it been a catty thing like, oh, who is this new booty in the neighborhood? Whether he's small, big, large, whatever the case may be. Do you think initially some of the reaction you got because even though you're African American, you do kind of have some features about you that could be
Right,
misinterpreted as Dominican or Panamanian,
right,
which is
right,
in the Afro Latina spectrum of African Americanism or whatever the case may be, and you are true in some cultures darker skin can be an issue when it comes to certain cultures or whatever case may be. Do you at all think that you sensed some of that at the beginning, prior to the knocking and all of the things? Do you think that possibly you could have since picked up on some of that? Because sometimes people are threatened by the new male or the new female in the neighborhood, thinking that their boo boo bun thing or their husband or wife is going to be interested in what's going on next door or whatever the case may be. Do you, by
right.
chance, maybe think that
So
initially that could have been a thing?
I didn't pick that up initially. No. Um,
Gotcha.
I didn't even see, like, to the right of me. I would see the mom, but she was like old, a
Hmm.
lot older, and she would just sit on the porch. I mean, I didn't really see enough
Got you.
for a long time, for a long time. I didn't see enough to actually get that. However, that's like blended in there. Like what you said, it could be that could be too. Oh,
Initially, not
initially,
not
yeah.
now. Yeah,
No, no,
initially.
no. I think that honestly, it was just the regular noise that me and my three children, I have three children now, made. But
Mm.
I don't have company. I don't have parties. I didn't play music for a whole year. So it's not, it's average noise. What I'm telling
So
you,
it's not the outrageous neighbor
no,
from the depths of hell who's just making all kinds of parties, having all kinds of
no,
parties, all kinds of
absolutely.
weirdness. Yeah, yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Respect.
So what I began to gather is that the neighbors, at least that I live next to, well, the neighbor to the right of me,
Yeah.
um, they have they have like mental something mental going on,
The
where
family or a member of the family.
the family, the
The
family for
whole
sure.
family.
So to my
Oh.
knowledge, there was only two brothers there. I mean, the mom was
Mm.
there. Then I stopped seeing her. So I don't know. She could have passed away or whatever. She could have got sent to a home. I really don't know.
Got you.
But for certain, the little brother, not well, because I could see that with my eyes when I would see him, not well.
Got you. Got you.
So also, and with their disturbance, they honestly just need to live in a house that's not a row home. Because with the disturbance, their disturbance tells them, in order for me to be okay, you have to be quiet. You have. They want me to be like them, which is they sneak around. You don't hear anything unless they want to be heard. I'm not
Hmm.
doing that. I'm walking through my house. I'm walking.
You just
Like
living life. Damn, and if they can hear you walking, that's
yes,
crazy. That's crazy. If
if
they
I
can
can
hear the
tell you,
walking,
the act of me turning on my TV is an issue. The act of me turning down my TV is an issue. It's a lot. It's an issue with change. They really have an issue. Like it's bad.
right.
I mean, you can feel the vibrations. Like when someone walks, you can feel the vibrations. You can
Really? Wow.
yeah, beautiful jazz. Yes, beautiful little jazz TV. I am documenting. I'm gonna get to that. Um, but yeah, so you can feel like vibrations. I'm
Hmm.
This is how I know that they tiptoe around, and this is what they want me to do, because I don't feel their vibrations unless they want me to. You know, it
Okay.
happened over like a 2 year period when where they started like actually, I guess they call themselves showing me what I'm doing to them. I'm just living. but
And
but my point is the fact that I didn't hear all of these things or feel these vibrations when I first moved in, it lets me know that they tiptoe, they whisper when they talk. I'm not doing that. We talking, we laughing. Listen, we moved into cardboard houses. We gotta get over that.
unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, let me give some more context for the people
sure.
too, because in our conversation leading up to this, you told me that the family on one side, when the other family moved out to the other side, that members or friends of the family that's on the one side moved into the other house on the other side of you. So mind you, you all, she got two family, some family that get along, and she's smack dab in the middle, and they I don't know how true it is, but they
Hmm.
could see her as in the way. Maybe they thinking she rent the property and they want her to move out so somebody else can move in, possibly one of their own or another family member or whatever the case may be. I will give some other context. This neighborhood, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is a neighborhood. It's not necessarily the best neighborhood, but it's not the worst neighborhood, right? It's near it's near Kensington, but it's not
Hmm.
Kensington. So if y'all know anybody knows about the Kensington area that's been infamously talked about on social media, news outlets, and in documentaries or whatever the case may be, then you understand where I'm going. And I did a little research, and the Fair Hill section is one of the biggest Latino and Hispanic areas of North Philly, or if not Philly itself, but North Philly. And in being so, there's some people that have a stronghold in that area, gang wise or whatever the case may be, and those gangs, or at least the one gang I know of, definitely likes to keep their area based around them and their culture or whatever the case may be, and being as though Miss Brittney is there could throw them off, especially since she doesn't speak Spanish and she's not of the Latina, she's not of the Latin culture, excuse me, and that they don't know why she's there. They could be. I'm playing
Mhm.
advocate in a way. They could feel like who sent her? Why is she here?
Yes,
Because
it started
because
to
they could
become
be.
that.
I'm about to go there. They could be feeling like, okay, who sent her? What's she doing here? Is she coming to bring us down, or is she coming to bring the ruckus, or are they moving in to take over? Because you got to think like the people who are operating and doing what they do, or whatever the case may be. Which leads me to, do you think initially that all of this could have been just one big misunderstanding? Neighbors not reaching out and talking to neighbors to say, "Hey, I got a special needs child in the room," or whatever the case may be. I mean, in my house, could I know these walls are thin, but could you consider that da da da? Or do you think that there could have been some other misunderstanding in the initial level? We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, but in the onset of the differences, do you think that could have been a possibility?
So, starting out, I don't know about if misunderstanding is the correct word.
Got you. I'm
However,
trying to keep it light. That's all.
initially there was just they were disturbed, just period, with my presence and my
Yeah,
children's
because
presence.
change can bring about that. Yeah, true.
Yeah, and when we go to it couldn't have been a misunderstanding for long because I actually came out and I talked to them. So one day I come home and they used to gather on the porch, the house to the left of me. They would
Yeah,
gather
yeah.
on the porch, wait for me to come home, like my kids, because remember they're not doing anything all day, and bother me. So so they would have their motorcycles half parked on my property, half on theirs. When we talk about on the sidewalk now, not on the sidewalk.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would be an issue. And, I was their property, it was like the awning was falling down. And I was saying, hey, how about you get your landlord here to fix your property before it falls down and harms you or harms me, and then I sue your pants off. How about? And guess what? The next day, it was getting fixed in the morning. They listen to what I say now. Trust. Oh yeah, we're gonna get
Ah.
there. So they were fixing it. They were fixing it. So I noticed that they were fixing it, and I noticed that I saw someone that I don't usually see. So I said, let me come out here and let me talk to him. So that's what I did, right?
You just talked to a whole strange individual out there on the porch. Go,
You
I'm
know,
listening. I'm
let
listening.
let me see if we can uh
Reason.
get this together in
Got
this.
you.
Let's see
Got
if
you.
we can come to some type of common ground here. Let's
Happy
see.
medium. Okay. Uh huh.
And it happened to be the owner that was out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So I come out and I say to him, how come you're not trying to stop this? Just like that. How come you're not trying to stop this mess? I don't know what's going on. Bullshit, BS. But so I give him a rundown of what's happening, and I say, your tenants are playing music from morning to night, you know, could you have them turn it down, possibly
Gotcha.
slightly? And
Hmm.
so, like I gave him the opportunity to tell me anything he needed to say, what I was doing. I created that space for him to open up if he needed to. I see that they had
Gotcha.
an issue initiating the conversation. So, okay, I initiated it. You still never said anything. He never, mhm,
I was going to say, do you think that he was unaware of the things that they were doing?
not
Because
at all.
was he a homeowner that lived there, or was he an absentee homeowner who just showed up to make repairs and such? Because if he wasn't there, he may not have known all of the things that they were doing. He may not
So,
have, but if he was there, if he lived there, then yeah, that's a whole nother story.
right. So the way that this community runs, it's no
Hmm.
way. It's a very controlled community. Everybody is under control. Everybody. There is no way that his tenant something was going on and he didn't know. He was at this house about at least 3 times out the week,
Mm.
and he is actually the initiator because his tenants were doing his dirty work. So me and my children are making normal noise. That's bothering the guy to the right of me, the owner. It's bothering him while he's there. When he's there, he gets his tenants on the left to bother me. That in this way, his hands stay clean. Uh, and that's the point of saying, "Oh, I don't know what's going on," because he wants to be out of it, but he absolutely knows and knew what was going on.
Do you think that maybe he wanted to get a hold of the property that you possess? Like if she
Huh?
moves out, I can buy this property and own all three of these, or something similar. Do you think that could be a possibility? And
No,
when you say they all hang out at that one house, do you think this is a twofold question? Do you think that the people hanging out at that one house they were involved with some other things or whatever? Since you said a lot of people like to hang out on that porch or in front of that house or whatever. Do you think that they might have been involved in some extracurricular activities to put it easy?
oh, I got you. So to answer the question, the first question is, do you think he wanted to buy the property? The answer to that is no, and
Yeah.
my answer is no because he had every
Okay.
opportunity to buy it. It was fixed up, renovated, whatever, and he saw it happening. If he wanted,
Prior to.
yeah, he could have just bought it. So no, he didn't want to buy it. Um,
Okay.
and the second question about the activity, I'm gonna just leave it like that. Not
Sure.
necessarily at the house to the left of me. No. So what they would do is, okay, because what I've learned is that in the Latino culture, they don't do things one. No, they don't. They feel so if they're going to if they're going to do anything that might cause some type of be violent or any aggression, they will never approach anyone, just one person. I haven't witnessed that. They always get a group. So the point of them being on the porch together is to just to be in that group to feel safety in numbers.
I will say this: the organization that I was talking about, the street organization that I when I doing my research found out that kind of permeates throughout that neighborhood. They do run under a certain structure where they have to abide by certain things before they move because being in Philly, it can erupt into something hella big or whatever the case may be, whether it be street organization against street organization or along racial lines.
Mhm.
So I do understand what you're saying. They have to. What's up, B Reezy? What's up, Kimberly?
Hey,
Now they they
what's up,
they
bro?
they they do operate in a concerted effort. But that's not true of all Latino people nor Hispanic people. I just wanted to preface that. But this is
Okay,
her experience, ladies and gentlemen. This
right.
is her experience. So we have to understand whether you like what you're hearing or not. We got to let her paint her story of her experience, because this is what's going on in the neighborhood that she moved into. It's not the same for all neighborhoods where where Hispanic brothers and sisters or Latino brothers and sisters live in or whatever. So your experience could be different than hers. Her experience could be different than mine. But with respect, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna let her go through it. And please preference for anybody of those cultures or communities to not to listen with an open heart and mind and not necessarily take an offense to what she's saying or whatever the case
Mm-hmm.
may be. Please, let me ask you this, right? In moving into the neighborhood and you talking to the landlord or the owner of one of
Mm-hmm.
the other properties or whatever, and he's fixing the roof. Can you summarily, before we get into the law enforcement side of it, could you tell me of any other instances? You started talking about trash being bothered and other things. What other type of things started happening since you moved into the neighborhood?
All right. So initially, right, let's say within the first year or year and a half,
Sure,
this is where we are right now. I came
sure.
outside, me and my children, and we're getting ready to go somewhere, and there is someone right in front of my door, hiked up on my pavement, working on a car. They're
Oh, so he took over
working.
the front way in front of the. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're work. That's a target. That was something they did targeted. Now, I didn't know that at first. Now listen to what I did. I saw them working on it, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Me and my kids get in my lift on about a day. But because they want to bother me, this is about harassment. I'm supposed to become angry and undone. They're still there 3 hours later when I come back.
Chilling, chilling, working on the car.
I promise you. 3 hours later, when I come back, I didn't say anything at first. They had every opportunity to wrap that up.
Sure.
So I come back, I put my kids in the house, and then I say to them, I curse them out. I do. Get the F on. Because you're supposed to be in a garage doing that. You can't just bust your car down in front of somebody's house, have your stuff all on their property. No, no. So I get a little.
It was on your property, like they put
Yes.
parts down in your front yard, and
So
oh
so I
no,
don't have a front
wow.
yard. We have sidewalks.
Step down, like a stoop, step down right
Yeah,
off the door.
yeah, come down and then
Okay,
it's the
got
sidewalk.
you.
It was
Almost
up
like
on my.
Baltimore row houses, like Baltimore row houses.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah,
you come to the
yes.
door. Okay, I got
Yes.
you. I got you.
Absolutely.
I got
And so it's just pavement and sidewalk. So their tools and everything is on my sidewalk. They just like no, that's come on now. They know not
you.
to do
And
that.
they probably were used to doing that before you came along. Let me ask you this: being as though they made it, they probably watch you and see that you don't have a whip, that you
Hmm.
don't have a car. Do you think that they was just trying to? Because I do know that they will bust a car down anywhere, and they usually a lot of them will work on other people's vehicles or whatever. Do you think possibly that they was just but shit, she ain't got no car. Let's work on it right here, whatever the case may be.
No,
Or you think they purposely said, let's block this
I
so and so's front off, and yeah, she gonna have to
I
deal
know.
with it.
Right. I know. I
Hmm.
know 100% that that was targeted and designed to upset me. I don't see them just randomly work on. ca- I mean, I do see it, but it's in front of their property. They don't just pick a random spot and start.
Normally is in front of their joint. Okay,
Yeah,
now
they don't. They
okay.
don't do that. Cause I mean that's just
Oh,
common sense. You don't pick a random spot and start busting down a car.
hey,
Like,
let me ask you, Kate.
mm,
Let me ask you another question. I'm glad you said that. On that day, was the street packed up with cars where in front of your joint might have been the only opening they could bring the car, or did they there was other openings, like they could have did this
oh
shit down the
yeah,
block, they should have did
yeah.
it next door,
They
they could
could
have.
have been right. The house to the left of me. They could have been right
Sure.
in front of there, right on their property. No,
Oh.
mine was chosen. It was picked. They have it
Oh.
so wrapped up. All right, let me give you another example. Something else that happened. So one day I'm working, and I used to work from home sometimes. So I'm
Sure.
working, and all of a sudden I hear all of this loud music playing. It's so loud it sounds like it's inside my home, but I know it's outside. So I go to the door. It's the guy 2 doors down. He's just sitting on my steps. blasting his music in front of my home. Come on, Phil.
You
Come
living
on.
in the hood. You living. I get it. No,
Nah.
no, I get it. I get it. And you
Mm-mm.
tell them, come on, move on. No, I get it. I totally get it. You tell them to move on. And for those that are listening and trying to get a visualization of what the front of her place looks like, if you ever seen the movie The Wire, when they were
Mm.
on certain corners and they sat on like it's like a 2, 3 step drop right out the front door. There's no porch or enclosed area or sub enclosed area like single family homes normally are, or whatever the case may be. But you open the door and boop, boop, boop. And sometimes people will sit there. And unfortunately, too, in certain neighborhoods, they might be on a neighbor's front or whatever the case may be. In this situation, coupled with the fact that they have issues, that could really be antagonizing or picking on or trying to purposely bother somebody. Because if you know good and well y'all not getting along and you just happen to sit on their stoop or on their steps to blast your music when you could have
Right.
been on your own joint or on another neighbor's porch. But I can almost guarantee another neighbor said, no, 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 no. Get from around here, or go, move on, or whatever the case may be. So I get what you're saying that there's probably a manner of disrespect in that, or whatever the case may be. I don't know because I'm not there within the neighborhood to have witnessed it, but
Hmm.
I see both sides of it. Because when I was outside, yeah, we sat on neighbors' fronts sometimes till they tell us to move on, or they asked us not to sit there. If they asked us not to sit there, we didn't sit back there because we were doing what we were doing and we didn't want to be disrespectful. It was enough being disrespectful by doing what we was doing, but we still, kept drama low and all of the things. So you would think that if they're doing anything, outside streetwise, that they would take that in consideration because drama problems create issues when it comes to making money and all that,
Right.
and that's the last thing you want. So he was sitting out on your stoop, just playing the music. Get it,
Right,
get
right.
it.
Like
And you
he's
came
just sitting
outside.
there chilling. But see, Phil, the whole thing is his steps is only two doors down. Why are you on my
Ah,
it's no,
because his people
seriously.
told him don't be sitting on our front. Probably his people probably said, "No, don't sit your ass on our front. Don't sit out." He said, "Well, I'm gonna go sit over
But
here." Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one quick question. Do
mhm.
you think he might have been interested in you? Was he playing some Jodeci, or was he
No.
playing some Drew Hill or something? Tell
No.
me what you want. Was he doing that
He had his girlfriend was outside. No. He
with
didn't.
him? Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no!
So yeah, it was
I'm trying to see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? He
I
might have been trying to
I
serenade you on the low ski. You know what I'm saying? Get your
mm-mm.
attention.
No, I mean I understand. I understand what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying about
yeah, yeah.
um like the plausible explanations. Hey, well, maybe his folks say don't sit on their step. Okay, so you're going to pick mine. You're not going to pick the other five people on the block that you know. You're going to pick my steps to sit on.
Ooh, that part. Yeah, you right.
I
You
mean, yeah,
right.
no, seriously, because when
You
people
right.
do, because you're right. You're right to think of plausible, common explanation, like
Possibilities. Yeah, 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 yeah.
possibility,
You just to
and
kind of.
I'm okay with that because, but I can always, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Dispel. I can always dispel,
Any
the
of those. I
plausible.
get it. So
Okay.
he was just outright just being disrespectful, sitting on your property.
Yeah,
That's
sit.
that.
But the whole thing is, I told him he could sit there though. I said, "Can you turn your music down? I'm
Oh, so
working."
you said you was cool? And okay, what was his response to that then?
Oh, okay, okay. He didn't turn the music down. Okay, okay. And he got off the step. But I told him he was okay to sit there. But doing the opposite of and that's what they do. Opposite.
So he
Anything you
got
want, they
up,
do
but
that.
he didn't want to turn his music.
Yes. Never turned the music down. Um, what else? What else?
Let me
Can't
ask you this:
I
while you
can't think of
thinking,
anything off the top. Hmm.
it's all good. While you thinking,
Hmm.
I sent you some questions that I'm asking. I told you I was going to build off of certain things that you say and ask other questions. But why do
Right.
you think or feel like you're being singled out? And we're not gonna get into the law enforcement aspect of it just yet. We're gonna
Hmm.
get to there. But why do you think that you're being singled out? Is it do you think it's a race thing? Do you think it's your stance on things because you're not going along to get along, or do you feel like it's something else there? You let the people know.
So I feel like I'm being singled out because I'm strong.
Mm.
I am confident. I am intelligent. They've never really dealt with intelligence in the community, and that's a
Hmm.
fact. Like that, everybody goes along to get along.
Got you.
Everybody is controlled and under
Got you.
control. Nobody would
Mm.
dare speak up like this and go against it. Nobody would do that. So I believe that we're gonna break her because who does she think she is to actually, well, like, why does she possess something that I don't, which is confidence and strength and
Mm.
intelligence? Like who
Mm.
who is she to not to think for herself and then and cursing them out? I'm gonna be honest, like, so my curse outs go like this. It's not like
If
bitch,
it's anything
pussy,
like your
like,
family member and all that, it could be. I know it probably could be extra.
so my curse outs are like, y'all mad because y'all grown men who do what the next man said. But y'all can't, none of y'all men can do shit with me. Stuff like that. Y'all mad because y'all would never speak up and stand up for yourselves. Y'all mad because y'all fucking animals. Stuff like that. Like,
So,
yeah.
so do you think that maybe, just maybe, the responses might add to the bullshittery going on? I'm just saying, I'm just saying because I did my research, and the gang that kind of permeates in that neighborhood is a strong gang and is a notorious one. They
Oh,
used
wow.
to be hella strong in New York, but they have a strong presence, especially in that neighborhood where you live at. Do you think that
Oh,
maybe they like, hold on, who this so and so thinks she is, and and then you sitting there, you so and so, yeah, you half a man, and you got to roll with them and what they say do. I'm asking you not to antagonize the situation or to make light of it, but to ask. It's one of my other questions. I think I said, do you by chance feel like you could have played a part in some of the things that have taken part towards you, or whatever the case may be? And if you need to think about it, cool. But because like say you're a woman, I'm a man, and if I respond to you a certain way, or if I come off to you a certain way, it's going to elicit a certain response from you, or whatever the
hmm.
case may be. Especially if I'm, a little out of pocket, or if I'm a little bit, or a little bit loud or active. You can be like, hold on, what's wrong? And your response might be different than if I was like, hey, Brittney, how you doing today? Even if you're tired, or or don't want to be bothered, you might turn and look at me like, why you? I'm all right, as opposed to going off on me. So, do you think at any time, especially near the beginning, do you think you might have played a part in what started happening, or not necessarily started what happened, but the elevation of it?
So what I'll say is this. I It's a tough one to
You
answer
had to think
because
about that one, huh? You had to
because
think about that
I
one.
didn't do anything except for move in, and they started the picking with
Got you.
me.
And it started. Got you.
They,
Got you.
however, abusive
Got you.
people, narcissists, whatever, toxic people, they use what's called Darvo, and Darvo is, what is that? I don't know all the I don't know what all the acronyms stand for, but basically, it's when an abuser attacks you ever so slightly or keeps poking the bear, poking the bear, and then you finally turn around and you slap the bear, and then the bear uses that,
Pow. I
uses you,
trust me. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
and they use so it's a very tough thing because I do believe that as a person who, in order to grow within yourself, you have to, like, in a situation, find out what you could have did better in that situation. So
True.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that this is all a game, right? And I could have initially played the game better,
Differently. Okay.
differently. Yeah,
Got you.
I could say that. However, I'm not, like, I don't take back anything I've said. I don't take back any way that because it's only been words. I haven't threatened anybody with violence. I haven't done any intimidation tactics. I haven't stolen, but these things have been done to me. Theft, intimidation tactics, just short of violence. I haven't. Yeah. So I'm talking. I can talk. It's not my fault that you can't seriously, because
She
remember,
said, "You can't handle the
you
truth."
can't handle the truth. It's not my fault. It's not, that's not my fault. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but however, moving forward, yeah, I guess I can't stand doing this, and I guess this is where I need to grow, and that is, I can't stand when somebody, you can just, because basically what they want is they want to be able to just bully me and I take it. I don't
Mm,
like that. So
mm.
it's like, oh, you bullying me? Well, I'm gonna bully you with my words, because I can think and you can't. And see, that's the problem. I'm winning the war. And
and
that,
and
yeah.
and and they and you are there alone summarily. It's you and your
Yes.
kids. You it ain't like you got a little, you know what I'm saying, little boo boo bun thing coming through, or somebody that you seriously talking to coming
Right.
through, and they
Mm.
see the support of a male figure or around or whatever the case may be. So in essence, they're like, okay, nobody care about her. I can basically impose my will, and nobody's gonna do nothing about it, right?
Right.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like there are vast cultural differences that might be causing major wedges between you and the people in your neighborhood, or not so much?
Yeah, it's the, yes, absolutely. It's the cultural difference, because literally I've never gone through this in my life except for moving in a
The fair
Latino.
here.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's the
mm,
cultural thing. And because they feel supported by the police. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. So we can do that when you're
we
ready.
about to go
But
there. We about to go there.
they feel the only way they feel any type of power or safety is through the police. And I'll just leave that here. I'll just leave that
Okay.
like that.
Let me ask you this: in before you moved into that neighborhood, and in moving into that neighborhood, before you knew what it predominantly who predominantly lived around there, did you have any preconceived notions of Hispanic people or Latino people, or you really just didn't because you one way or the other, good, bad, or indifferent?
No, I did.
Okay,
I
okay.
thought that they like were one and the same. I had no, because I wouldn't have moved. I just wouldn't have. Like, yeah, I wouldn't make a move around again. Like, after I'm out of here, I would. Not saying, hold on, but let me clarify.
Mm.
I will still patronize Latinos. I will still hold the door and be respectful to those who respect me. But would I live around them again? No. I see that
Just
it's
by your experience here.
right.
Before we move forward, I do want to preface this that not all people are the same, even within a same race or culture. Some people are embracing, and some people are abrasive, meaning
Mhm.
some people will treat you like good neighbors and friends, and welcome you into the community, where others will have their own prejudices and or dislike of you for different reasons, whether it be color, whether it because of your body build, whether because of how you look, whether because you are a woman and a mother, or because you are a homeowner. It could be a number of things or whatever the case may be. So as we move forward, I do want to implore you to not necessarily put everybody in the same basket. The same way we
Mhm.
don't want to get put
Mhm.
in the same basket, because I always tell people, don't worry about my experiences I got with somebody else. Worry about our experience, because for some I'm a teddy bear and others I'm a grizzly bear.
Mhm.
So whatever side of the spectrum we on with it, nurture that, because I might you don't know what me and that other person might have been through to get me to that place with them, but that's not generally me. And I'm just saying, something to think about. You ain't got to, you grown ass woman. You can do what you want. That don't take everybody as being the same. With that being said, how did it elevate, and how do you feel the police got involved or having an involvement in this situation?
So it's the neighbor next door to me.
Sure.
So there's the neighbor to the right of me, and then directly across the street from me is this black building that is lined with cameras and lights on the building. It's
On your
ridiculous.
block. On your
Ha-
block.
yes,
On your
but it's across the street. But it's across the
directly
street.
across,
Yeah,
directly,
as soon as I open up
or
my
down the
door,
block.
I'm looking at it.
Oh,
I mean, it's lined with cameras. No, listen, look, right. So you got the roof. So this is the roof. Then it's a camera right here, a camera right here, a camera right here, and a ring camera on the door. There's cameras on the light, the light pole, camera there. Cameras lined all the way around the building, all the way around to the other light pole. That's there. Something's wrong with them. That, but that's the connection to the police, right? That building for sure.
got you. Do
Um,
you know what takes place in that building?
I
Side note.
don't know.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
go
know.
ahead. Continue.
Um, so what happened was, and it's hard. It's hard for me to be respectful because we talking about grown men telling them. So he's the person to the right of me is going and telling the people in that building, and now they're telling, but these are all men. I can't. So man to the right of me tells men in the black building. The men in the black building have the connection to the police.
Okay, stay right there. Stay
Hmm.
right there. Because I was about to say that building could be one of two things. It could
Hmm.
be maybe a law enforcement place, or it could be the central hub or the meeting spot for the other organization that runs throughout that neighborhood. Could be. And for those that are paying attention, for those that are listening, street organizations on various levels form relationships with the police. Not like you generally see, oh, somebody's telling, even though in a lot of instances they're doing that. But to keep doing what it is they do in the streets, they pay off police or whatever the case may be for protection, for information, to give them a heads up when the people are coming and all of the things or whatever. So I do want to preface that whatever's going on in that black building is either one side of the coin or the other. Sounds like with all the cameras and all that, because they probably want a heads up before the people come, which would again lead me to believe that these people are wondering what you doing here, who sent you, and why are you here, and how did you get this house, or whatever the case may be. This may be a piece of it, or it may not have nothing to do with it at all. But
Uh-huh.
go ahead, go ahead, finish, and tell the people how you feel like the police got involved with it.
So okay, so thanks for that insight. They definitely got involved from this black building.
Yeah.
That's for certain. The black building. Um, Now it took me. I didn't find out that the police were spearheading this whole thing until April of this year. Now I moved in 2023.
Okay.
2026 is when I was enlightened. Like, oh, okay. So so as things are progressing, this is what's starting to happen. I've noticed that I'm being followed. And somebody asked the question, have have you ever experienced these things in other neighborhoods? No, not until I moved to this neighborhood. All right, but anyway, so um, I noticed that I'm being followed, I'm being stalked, and I mean everywhere I go, everywhere I go. It doesn't matter if I'm on the subway. It doesn't matter if I'm in a Lyft or Uber. I'm noticing that when I catch the lifts in the Uber, the drivers are acting weird. So I'm like, wait a minute. How is it everybody? So like in my head, I'm like, okay, hmm, I know that they don't have this much connections. Like I know that they may have access to cars because they own the car shops and the rentals and all of that. But how are they getting the Lyft drivers to be involved? How are they getting the DoorDash people to be involved? This is a bit much for just the people in the neighborhood to be spearheading. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
um the crossing guard, the crossing guard was involved. Um I noticed that she was involved. One day, I just used to speak to her, hello, or whatever. So one day, I'm walking and she's like, "Is that tall boy your son?" So number one, you know that that tall boy is my son because you said
How old is your son, by the way? How old is your son, by the way?
he's 13 and he's a tall boy. Yeah, he probably
Okay.
about
Does he
five
look
eight.
older than what he is? Does he look
He
older than?
does. He
They might have
13,
thought
look
that
about
was. They might
15.
have thought. They might have thought that was your young tenderoni, though. They might have thought that you had your little young mama.
You know what, that you're correct because people out in the world, I always,
Mhm.
had son. I'm always saying son so that they know. Um,
Got you. Got you.
However, she's the crossing guard. She knew that he just went to that school. He was just at the school.
Ah,
She's the crossing guard. She knew. I'm telling you, she did. So, but here's the thing: what they were trying to do. I don't talk to anyone, and I'm not somebody that you could easily get up with, get next to. I'm kind of, hey, but you can't just, oh yeah, can't do that with me. So what they're
mhm.
trying to do is create a what, like they want me to start talking to people in the neighborhood, so I can get some information.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
what happened was my son graduated from the school on the corner,
Shout out to
and
son, son. Shout out to son, son.
you say what?
I said, shout out to son, son.
Son, yep. So thank you. So he was going to a different school. They wanted to know what school was he
Who is
going to.
that?
So she goes, does he go to Stetson? So I'm like, yeah. Is there something wrong? Like, is something wrong here? So she like, oh no, I live on that block.
She could have been a busybody. She could have just been a nosy busybody, just wanting to know. But it do come across weird, or
That's
whatever the case
stupid.
may be.
Let me
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be. I got to be who I am, and that's like honest and direct on BS. Like that's stupidity. That is an answer a 8-year-old gives. Do you live on that? You go right here. I live on it. It's not. No, no, no. It's just it's silly. So that let me know I'm somebody who put it together quick. Like I am not somebody that you could play with for too long because you're gonna reveal yourself.
Sure.
So I said, "Oh, she working with the gang, with the crew. Okay, she's trying to get information."
Hmm.
So I think school started up again, and I said to her, "I thought that you was trying to get information on me, right? I thought that you was
Hmm.
trying to get information because I'm being harassed." She goes, "Huh? What? Who harassing who?" That was another response that wasn't it didn't fit, but I didn't like harp on her or anything. I just said, you know what, if you don't know, then how about we don't even talk about it. But that told me a lot of what I need to know. Like, oh yeah, she's one of them. Phil, I promise you, that night, that same so that was the daytime, let's say 7 p.m. that night.
Hmm.
It's a group of about 10 people, could have been more, but about 10 people on the sidewalk with a table. They have a long table stretched on the sidewalk. I mean, the ghetto-ness is through the
You
roof.
in the
But
hood. You in the hood. Hood things happen. Go ahead.
so so but that was the setup though. That was
What
the
was the
setup.
table though? What was they selling something on the table? Was they playing
No, it was
dominoes?
just
The table was
like
just chilling.
literally as the how you put a table in a park or a grassed area and party. They was partying. They was celebrating on the
I get
sidewalk.
it, but where y'all lived, y'all ain't had no park. Park. They you know
No,
what I'm saying?
no, no,
They
no.
utilized the block for the
No, no,
lituation.
no, no. Right
No,
there, right there. There's a little area, like
on the
right,
block
not on the
or
block, but
or
like a couple blocks down. There is.
well, let me say this. Maybe they wouldn't have been safe.
You said what?
Maybe they wouldn't have been safe doing it a couple blocks down because of their affiliations and other. street politics. Maybe I'm not taking it. I'm not taking up because I don't know,
You don't know. Yeah,
but
you're
I
just
can
trying to
only
provide
imagine.
the other
Yeah,
side.
I'm only. I can only imagine, or I'm at least trying to see both sides of it, whatever.
What's the likelihood that they are related to and know the crossing guard?
What
So it's
nationality was the crossing guard?
so yeah. So some of them are related to the crossing guard, and all of them know the crossing guard. Listen to what happened. So I'm telling you, everything's a setup. So they they. I'm sitting, I'm looking out my window and I'm watching, and I'm seeing that it's these two little children, they probably about 2 years old. They keep coming and running up my steps, but only my steps, only mine. So I'm like, okay. I see it happen about a couple more times. So then I go outside and I wait until the mom come up and I open the door. Hi. No, I don't say hi. I said, can you get off my property, please? Straight like that. Yeah, straight like, because I know what this is. This is harassment. You're harassing me. And in a minute, one of your kids is gonna fall and bust themselves up on my property. You see, no, no, it's gonna
Mm.
be an issue on my property. Get off.
And
So,
why wouldn't they be playing on their own steps or own stoop or whatever? I get it. I get it. I get it.
all right,
I
Phil.
get it.
We
But
getting somewhere.
kids, I do, I get it. But kids also the kids. The kids are hard headed. As once being a child, and I was a hard headed little noggle. I
Mhm.
listen. I played on people's front. We would go in people's yards till they tell us, "Get the hell off my yard," or whatever the case may be, doing stuff we had no business doing. So I don't know in that instance what it was or what it wasn't, but if it's in concerted, if it's in conjunction with other things, it definitely can come across like, yeah, don't play on this front. You play next door, right on her front. We don't like her. No way. You play on this front. Could be one of those things. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I will say this: kids will be kids, and I know as a mischievous young man, I was hard headed. You hear me? Knock on wood. Bloop bloop. Lord, my dome. You pause. No diddy. Okay, so you said that cars started following you and things of that nature. Do you know for certain it was the Popo 50, or do you think it could have been some police or some street individuals that were following you or checking you out or whatever the case may be? Do you know for certain of whom it was?
Um, so I'm definitely going to answer that, but
Sure.
I want to add more context to the kid thing.
Sure.
Me
Okay.
saying that, can you get off my property? That shouldn't have been an issue. It should have been like, oh, okay, stay off her. No, it was a big issue where
Of course.
everybody was threatening to attack me, asking and then asking questions in the middle of the argument to try to pull information. No, this was set up by the police. Period. The end. But okay, so
You
how?
sure wasn't the other way around, set up by the street dudes, and then maybe put the police involved? You sure wasn't the other way around?
No, no,
Street
no.
dudes,
The
or
gang that I
okay,
know. So there's there's gangs in Philly, but the gang that is
yeah,
on
yeah.
my top is the police department. That's the gang. It's not a street gang. It's not, because street gangs. Dang, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing too crazy. I support some of the things that they that they do. If you so
What you mean by that?
so
Oh,
that
he's a 420 friendly individual.
yeah,
I
yeah.
get
So
it. I
I'm
get it.
putting money in your pocket.
Okay, okay, respect.
I don't think they have a problem with me. So, but the gang that you're talking about is the gang that you're talking about is the police. That's the gang that has the issue. So, fast forward, there, so, the cars are following me. Weird things are happening as far as people are literally walking into me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, somebody's just, oh, excuse me, sorry. No, not all the time does that happen. No. Um, I'm noticing that place businesses that I
You
patronize.
check your pockets, make sure nothing was missing. Uh huh.
No, they ain't get me. So I'm noticing that businesses that I patronize, they're acting funny. Like, I'm just not having a smooth
Mhm.
experience like I used to in the world, in Philly. I'm not having it. Um, I'm noticing SEPTA
Yeah.
drivers. I mean, they stop in L trains, and I'm calling and to find out, hey, has anything been called in or reported? Oh no. Well, this train has been stopped for about 7 minutes now. What? I'm telling you. Anyway, so let's fast forward some more.
Could that be just circumstantial? Could that just be circumstantial though?
Not
Some things, yeah, I get you probably say, nah, you can't explain it away, but some things you think might just be circumstantial.
so. If it happens here and there, not anything that keeps messing up consistently, that's not circumstantial. If it's consistent, remember,
Okay.
I've lived here for
Okay.
33 years. Well, I'm 36, but my life up until moving here, I know what life looks like. This doesn't look like anything normal anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So I go
You
in.
said this is abnormal. Okay. Okay.
Right, right. Because you know what your baseline is for life. It's not like I moved into a new city. Now we can maybe debate a little bit more if I move to a new city and I'm like, oh, this is
True.
happening. Like, hey, it might just be how the city goes. This ain't new. So,
Right.
okay. Um, I go to Giant. This is how I found out that the police were involved. I go to Giant, and I guess the police are so
Mhm.
sick of me. The perks that they send, filming them, just giving them a hard. I'm giving their operation such a hard time that now it's personal with the police.
And
Now they're. Mhm.
let me interject, ladies and gentlemen, to give some context. She told me last night on the call that she wears a body cam that looks just like the one the police use. A body cam that looked just like the police use, y'all. So I was like, "What the figgity?" But she said, "I can listen. She trying to document her situation as much as possible to make sure she good." Now go ahead. I just had to give some context. Go ahead.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, they did not like that. And so once I put that on, and that was in April,
Hmm.
they decided to like reveal themselves because for some
Hmm.
reason the police think they scary. I don't know why, but they think that people are supposed to be intimidated by them. So um, I'm in Giant with my body cam on, and um, I took the sub to get to Giant. I'm sorry, y'all. That is a supermarket. I take the sub to get to the
Yeah, we got Giant
supermarket,
in our area too.
and the
The subway,
supermarket.
y'all. The subway.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's like that big thing in New
Okay.
York, except for it's in Philly. So yeah, I'm noticing that I keep seeing police. That's another thing. I see police all the time. Everywhere I go, there is police. That's not normal. Um,
Sure.
the
Sure.
police are so I'm doing my shopping and I noticed that the police are it's the one police officer. I'm facing this way. He comes and he faces this way. So we're like, you know, looking at each other like that. And he's like this, acting like he's on the phone, but he's looking directly at me. So I look around and I'm like, okay, I know what this is. And I'm like, oh, they are revealing themselves. So I said to myself, he think I'm supposed to be scared because he here with his cop friends. So I say,
Hmm.
so I'll act like I'm on the phone and I say something about gang stalking police. And guess what he does? He takes his tail and he walks over there with his cop friends. He get up out my face. So then, so then, so then he's pointing. He's talking to his cop friend, and he keeps looking back at me, pointing. Now we're dealing with like 12, 13-year-old girl type stuff. Like this is this is very feminine. What's going on, and very childish. So The third time he does that, I go over to him and I say, "Officer, is there an issue?" Just like that. Is there an issue? So,
No, you didn't. Hey, Slim, what's up with you? You got an issue, Slim? What's up? Holler at me. No, you didn't. No, you did. No, you didn't.
so he goes, "What? What?" I'm like, listen. All that you doing, I'm not about to do all that. You keep looking back and pointing at me. So obviously you got an issue. And if you do, what is the issue? And so he goes, "Well, you were pointing at me." I was like, "Oh, you're a bitch." I did say that. I said, "You're a bitch." And I walked out. Yeah, you're a bitch. 'Cause look at
Let me ask you this,
okay.
right? Do you think that the heightened police presence could be because of the neighborhood and things going on in around the neighborhood because of drugs and gangs and other things? Do you think there's a possibility of their presence because of that? And you being a chocolate sister in a Latino neighborhood where everybody else is probably my complexion or around about there, that you kind of stick out and they're wondering what the hell you doing there. Could you be there participating, meaning buying something you ain't got no business or up to no good or whatever the case may be? Do you think that could play or could have played, not necessarily now, but could have played a role in certain following and certain reactions or whatever, just for context purposes?
So when I first moved around here, we're talking about within the first year, I literally saw and heard such little police presence that it I noticed it. Just like I noticed that, wait a minute, I'm seeing more cops everywhere I go. I noticed moving here, I don't see any. They no. The increased police presence is for me. It was when I tell you,
If you going up cussing everybody out, I don't know, but I'm just. But go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, and the increased police presence began in late 2025. So
Sure.
remember, I've been here since 2023. Y'all start showing up in 2025, and that's because, see, they thought this is a tactic that they use, right? Gang stalking is a tactic that the government period uses when that means that they've done it before. So I'm just gonna stick to Philly because this is where I experienced it at. I'm just stick to here. And I will say that they were able to break whatever target that they had prior to me with this because it will break someone. It's just that I'm not breaking, but I could see how people lose it
Right.
because come on now, you still have to live your personal life and deal with whatever's going on in your personal life, and
Right.
then to have this thrown at you, I mean, it like, and it's nonstop. It's when I'm in my house too. It's when I go outside. So the police, I guess they thought of themselves like the big guns. Let's bring the big dogs in, and because she like the layman, they're not putting fear in her. Let the big dogs come in and let's see if we can put some fear. Not let's see. They just knew that they were and they didn't. So once me and the officer had that thing at the supermarket, now I'm really seeing cops. So maybe like a week later, a cop actually rolls up to me. He goes, "Where is your body camera?" Huh? Who are you? I don't know. How do you even know me? That's what he says. He rolls up.
a
Where
chocolate
is your
sister, a chocolate sister rolling around, walking around with a body camera like the police, definitely stands out. Definitely stands out.
no? But I mean, the brand police shouldn't just know where I'm at and know me. And nah, that's.
Nowhere you at, no, but know of you to know if they encounter you, like, oh, that's the girl.
But I had
Because,
just
like I
got
said, if
the
you're the
body
only
camera.
sister, huh?
I had just got the body camera. That
You
it
have
doesn't
had you
make
used it
sense.
yet? Has it used it yet, or at that point, or no?
Yeah, so I used it in the market with the when I had
Oh,
that
trust
issue.
me, they talk. He probably went back to the precinct. I can't believe is this black girl or she's at least dark Afro Latina. She got the nerve to have a body cam on, and she got her mouth is reckless. They talk just like people in the street do. They talk, so it's a possibility in roll call. They probably was laughing, joking, or warning other officers. Could be a warning too. Could be some jokes and laughter, but it could have been a warning to say, be mindful because it's a sister out there with a body cam on, or whatever the case may be. You know what their comings and goings. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
right. The whole
No,
neighborhood seemed
no,
like they
no, no
starting to know
police
her.
officer should be able to locate me, know where I am. No,
Well, not
I'm being
locate you, not necessarily like track you down, but just happen upon you and say, "Oh, that look like the girl right there." You think
so.
that could have
So
possibly
that
been
means
it?
that my picture is being circulated.
Picture or description. Picture or description.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
A brown skinned
Yeah.
girl with curly hair. No, no.
In a neighborhood where they probably all looking like this, are there any
I
other?
wasn't in that neighborhood. I wasn't in this neighborhood. So it's no
Oh,
reason that
I'm
I'm
thinking
down.
you in your neighborhood. My bad. I'm
No,
thinking.
no, I'm downtown. I'm in Center City now. I'm in Center
I'm
City.
think. Okay, I'm thinking you in your hood, in your neighborhood, and they.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, it's a possibility now. They could have been talking and chuckling, and or warning or being upset with the fact that how dare she got on a damn cam body cam like we got. Who she thinks she is? It could be a number of things.
No,
But
that
you saying this happened outside of that. But go ahead,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
listening.
It's just no reason. It's just no reason to just like literally roll up on me like we've been talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to be right here, and you just mm.
Yeah.
So he's asking me about my body camera. Where did I get it from? And so I probably curse him out too. And as I'm walking off, he's like, "Come here," and he pulls his car over. But of course, I don't dub. So when I tell you now I'm in Southwest Philly.
Okay.
Cop, cop. I have a cop drive up and say, "Hey, did you hear a shooting?" I was like, "Officer, please stop, stop." Like now, ah, so many cops that night. I can't even listen. I come out the door. I was at some chick I know house. I come out the door. A police officer is parked weird in the street. Does this big silly U-turn and skirts off. Like, no, this is harassment. Like it's strange, and it definitely is harassment. So since then, I mean, I haven't been able to get a job. Um, I haven't. People in the school district. A principal got fired. Yeah. So what they do is they go around. They're able to bribe everyone because this is if you really know about gang stalking, you know that it's city funded. Each city, which means it's government funded, and they actually have a budget for it. So taxpayer dollars is going to silly stuff like harassing a civilian. Um, they give grants to schools if the school participates. And what happened was the principal at my children's school ended up getting fired. Yeah, he had to move on
Because
because
because of.
because he was so I have a video of him. So he was harassing me. He's harassing me. I have a video of him. I'm coming into the school to use the restroom. I'm walking up the steps. He's standing in the middle of the steps. As I get to the top, he does not move an inch, right? So if he's here, I gotta sliver past him like this. But and he has this look on his face. He's just looking down at me like a weird. He looks it's a bad look for a principal. And the video shows him moving completely out the way because my kids follow up right behind me like little ducklings. He moves completely out their way. So you don't move out of my way, but you move out the kids' way. That is absolute harassment. Now we're seeing. Wait a minute. something's off here. So in order to, I guess, because I told whoever the top person was that, you know what, I'm gonna expose you in a different way. I'm not even going to talk to you because your staff harassed me. It's not wasn't just him, but him I caught on camera, and that video is so bad for a principal, they had to let him go. So,
Really
oh yeah, principal, yes.
interesting.
Yes, it's this is real. Wait,
Mm.
I'm gonna give you an even better one. Um,
Hmm.
the hotel. I stayed at a hotel for 6 days, 6 days, 6 days,
Got you.
6 nights, something like that. And
Yeah.
long story short, I was being harassed throughout the hotel. And guess what? When I went to check out, I only paid $100 for the stay. We're talking about an over $1,200 stay. They only charged me $100. No, you want to know why?
Why?
Because the
Why?
city of Philadelphia paid for that hotel stay. Absolutely, positively. Because in order not to bring a lot, because I'm a feisty target, so I'm going to make trouble. So in order not to bring drama to the hotel for participating, they say, listen here, we'll pay her tab, and that should maybe quiet her down when it comes to y'all, because they're thinking like I'm going to think, oh, the hotel did such a great thing. No, a hotel might comp you $100, meaning they'll take $100 off my stay,
Right.
but they're not
Right.
going to just charge me 100. I'm telling you, Phil. I'm
I'd have been
really
like,
being.
listen, I'm blessed and highly favored. Okay, 100, that's all you want? Here you go. Listen, I don't care who paid that junk. Police, enemy, the mayor, let her have at it. I'm gone. Pew! But that's just me. That's just me. But I get it. Okay, so, okay, you said that a principal got fired from their position or whatever the case may be due to harassment or whatever,
Mhm.
and you feel like the harassment was linked to the ongoing situation or whatever the case may be. I have a question that I'm pretty sure some people are thinking in their head or whatever the
Mhm.
case may be. How come you just didn't pack up and leave from out of that area or neighborhood? And you kind of told me why in our conversation yesterday, but
Yeah.
could you tell the ladies and gentlemen why is it that Brittney King just did not get up and say, you know what, I'm gonna sell this junk. Let me go on and get up out of here.
Well, because financial reasons, and
Hmm.
I have children.
Hmm.
Their father lives here.
Gotcha.
I'm buying it right now. For right now,
Gotcha.
I just can't go.
You said you just toughen it out until either you get more equity in it or that you get it paid out or whatever the case may be. The kids are grown or something of that nature, and then you'll do something else with it, whether it be rent it out or sell it, and then move on. Is that what you basically are saying?
Yeah, yeah. It's really more so the children, the children.
I as a single dad, I understood that because even as I moved, I didn't want to I didn't want to move my. They came to me. I got custody of them, and they had been moved around a lot, right? So when they came to me, I wanted to provide a stable home to where they didn't have to keep moving around. So even when I did move, I stayed in the same area so they can go to the same schools, have the same friends, et cetera, et cetera. So I did do that. Um, let me ask you this, right? Outside of the police department, whatever, because that's do you think that you and your neighbors can ever get on a peaceful or peaceable accord? Like y'all
Well,
could maybe sit down, chop it up, get past differences, and so they can see you as a decent person. You can see them as a decent person, beyond cultural differences and color lines or whatever the case may be.
well, the short answer is no.
Got you.
Um,
Got you.
and because it's deeper than just them now. What's
Sure.
happening is the powers that be
Hmm.
are looking at me like, who does she think she is?
Boy, that would happen. You walking up talking about you's a bitch. Certain individuals, if your response, you bitch, like It's like, who the hell is this girl? Who she thinks she is? This woman. I get it from both sides. I get it from your perspective, but I get it from theirs too, or whatever. In that instance, or whatever. But go ahead, I'm listening.
right? So I mean, but isn't that a little strange to think that you could just bother somebody and when they respond, oh, who does she think she is to respond?
I get it, but I will say you're very fortunate and blessed that with everything going on today, that it could be a little bit more of turmoil than not, and especially with some of these officers today, uh, I say you're blessed. And not saying that harassment is cool, that following you is cool, and all those things. That's not what I'm saying. But they probably are trying to figure out. They might be trying to figure out one who you are. Are you fellow law enforcement? Are you
Yeah, there
on
you
the
go.
undercover sting?
There you
Are you
go.
part of a federal agency? And
Yes.
all these things. They're probably trying to figure you out. And because they can't figure you out, they don't know how to deal with you. Because if they perceive that you were just an average girl or whatever the case may be, and you got all this mouth and all this, you probably will either be locked up or some other stuff going on because just how they carry it. I can't necessarily in your neighborhood, but just in general. But they probably haven't figured you out and don't know what, if they do something, what will be the retaliation or what will happen to them in regards to that. So that might be why police from other districts or other areas know of you or whatever the case may be, because things like that talk. Things like that is gossip. They might have put you as a person of interest because of your stance, the fact that you have a body cam and you move around. Because one, they might be trying to figure out, okay, is she impersonating police? Is she really a federal rally? Is she, is she with them boys? And maybe they're doing a corruption uh, probe or working to take down the organization, but they still don't know who you are, whatever the case may be, and they don't know if you're fully African American or if you Afro Latina and just on the darker spectrum of it. It's a lot of things that I'm listening to, and I'm like, okay, all right, I get this, I get that, I don't get this, that's jacked up, or whatever the case may be. You said that you don't think you and your neighbors could be of a peaceable accord. Never. That's going to be a hard place and hard because you're between a rock and a hard place, literally, by the fact that somebody that live there on both sides of the situation, on the side of you, and to find peace, and the fact that the floors and the walls are kind of thin
Hmm.
on for neighbors, so that noise wouldn't necessarily continue to be an issue or whatever the case may be. Um, I will ask you this kind of in summation or whatever the case may be. What would you like to have happen in what has been going on from both neighbors and the police, and what you perceive to go on and what's actually happened? What would you like to see or have happen in regards to either or both? Mel Page was good.
So, I mean, what I would like for them to like get a life, get something to do. Like,
Find something
honestly,
else to do.
yeah, find something else to do.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it's just not likely that that's going to happen. But well, all I can say is that the universe is in control because that's one thing. Whatever you push out, see, my thing
Mm.
is, it's my turn right now. Okay, all right, I was standing my turn. But what happens when everything you wished and wanted for me blows back at you? It's fitting to be. It's just the universe is going to balance it out. That's all. The universe is going to balance this thing all the way
All
out.
the way out.
Hmm.
Let me.
Because the
Go ahead.
neighbors, what everything is spearheaded by the police. So everybody's controlled. If the police say stop, everybody's okay. Immediately, it would stop.
Got you.
It's the police, and what they want me to bow down in some type of way. Phil, that's not gonna happen.
She
I,
said,
I,
"Listen here, I'm not going.
I'm
I'm
not.
not going."
I'm not. But that doesn't mean that I'm going against you. I'm just not. You're not going to control me. They need to learn that they don't. They're not God. They're not in control of another
Mm.
person unless that person allows them to. I am saying no. They need to understand that.
You like Aretha Franklin, Rvspect. Find out. Look, you gonna respect me. Listen, huh, these other Bammers might be going and bowing down and all that, but me, you gonna respect me and mines. When you see us coming, you show
Right.
some damn respect. I get it. I get it
Right.
because at the same time, I get it because sometimes law enforcement may feel like they are entitled to this overreaching, overarching respect or whatever the case may be,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
because of their
fear.
bad
They
mentality,
want fear and
out of
domination.
fear. As opposed to realizing that we're people, we're humans just like they are. We're people like they are, with feelings and emotions and good days and bad days. And if you want respect, you give respect. Now, there is a certain measure of respect that, whether it's forced or not, that people give to the badge. Whether it mean I'm not gonna cut up around them, or I'm gonna act cool, or give reverence, depending on who the person is. However, sometimes they feel as though that badge is like a license to just do and say and act
Yes.
various
Yes.
ways. And this is not to all law enforcement because there are good
No.
ones, there are bad ones, they're
I
bad
don't even
apples.
see the good
They're
cops. I don't
yeah.
even see good cops no more. Like,
I can dig that. I respect that. I
yeah,
respect
but
that.
no, there are good cops. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about I don't see them because they're out doing what they supposed to do. So
They doing
I'm
their
not.
job.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna
She
see
said they
them.
not messing with me. They
Right.
doing their job, getting that
Right.
crime and leaving. I listen, and she's coming from the stance that listen, I'm a hard working woman. Yeah, I'm looking for a job now. However, I'm not out here slanging and banging. I'm not out
Yeah, I'm
here
not doing. Yeah, and see, my
no
unemployment is like
extracurriculars.
orchestrated from them. It's very. See, I'm starting my YouTube where I can break everything down piece by piece
Sure,
and do like little videos because it is
sure.
a lot to digest right now, y'all. Like it's a lot, but if I break it down little bit by little bit, which I am going to do.
Somebody said they might have thought you was internal affairs.
No, yes, yes, no, yeah, young Drez, what they do?
That's it.
No, no,
They ain't
no.
figured you
He's
out.
correct though, because
And
the
I'm
way
wondering what.
in which.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know for a fact that they want to know, am I internal affairs, maybe CIA, FBI, because the way that I've broken everything down. I
Sure.
know who the perps are. Like I just know they operation too much, and it's like, how can you know all of this?
And
No, I
I'm
get that.
curious. I'm curious to know what the hell that black building is across from you. Honestly, to know
Yeah,
what that is. Whether where's a little low key, little weed spot,
it's a
or
little hub.
drug spot,
It really
or
is. It's a
gang
little
joint,
hub.
or if it's a
Construction.
police joint. Yeah. Or if it's a police joint. Because
Hmm.
sitting in the middle of a hood block or whatever the case may be, and just ominously sitting there with a bunch of cameras speaks to something
It
going,
does. It's something wrong.
possibly going on there,
Yeah. No,
possibly going on
that
there.
is the hub. I'm telling you, that's the hub right there for sure.
It was something I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought, but I get it. Neighbors go through things, right? Neighbors go through things, and I will say, you probably like F it. But I'm like, maybe try to extend the olive branch and say, look, we've got off on the wrong foot. Could we start over in some capacity? You might be like,
That's
nah, it's beyond that. You might
I ain't
look, I can see,
going.
look like I see. You like, nah, bump all that. Now when it comes to the police, that's a whole different animal. I would say because if they're bothering you and coming up to you, you can't necessarily avoid them. Um,
I mean, yes, you're right. I said
it's
I
a
need to
rock
play
and
the
a
game
hard
better.
place. Yeah, I'm about to say, don't poke the bear. Don't
No,
poke
no,
the
no, no.
like
I'm the
even if
bear. They're poking me. So remember
over
that.
there,
Re-
then go on and take it as a tickle or something here and there. Turn it into a joke or something. Joke at him, Joan on him, or something. I don't know. It's a
no,
rock and a
I have
hard
done
place.
that. I have
It's a
done
rock and
that.
a hard place. It's a rock and a hard place, no matter how you look at it. Being your family, not family, your neighbors, the police, or whatever case may be. The problem is your neighbors are just your neighbors, depending on if they got ties to the gang or whatever the case may be. But the police, that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother monster. That's a whole nother thing, or whatever the case may be.
Mm,
And you being a single black woman with three children, you have to think of them first in all things, or whatever the case may be.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because these people, both the police and your neighbors, got children. So what they may or may not do or say to you, their kids may. And I get it. Yeah, don't let them.
No, no, no. I ain't like
Listen.
that. I'm not like that.
Okay, okay.
I'm
But
not
I'm
like
just
that.
saying,
Yeah.
you sound really intelligent and of a sound
Thank
mind,
you.
and you seem hipper than a hippopotamus to a lot of things going on, even things we understand and things we don't understand.
Hmm.
But I would implore you to maybe move a little bit more militant
Okay.
because you don't know what they're trying to do. You don't know what they're trying to do. After finding out that you not attached to no agency or anything, then their interactions might change in a way that you may or may not want it to be or whatever. So you got to be mindful of that because you want to go home or make it home to your babies, and you damn sure don't want nothing to happen to around your babies or to your babies or whatever the case may be. The neighborhood thing, because of the paper thin walls and floors, and right now you might not have the wherewithal to insulate, to change the problem, knock down some walls and put some insulation up or whatever that will, help with that situation. But God willing, hopefully at some point you're able to, or whatever the case may be. But until then, they got to understand them walls are paper thin and it is what it is. Long as you're not
Yeah.
putting your damn music on 1,000 and just say F the world, we
No,
haven't
that's
had
what
it.
they were doing, which was cool though. That's what the,
It was
so you
cool.
have to
You was like,
understand
okay,
that
you
if
did it,
they,
now it's my turn.
yeah, yeah, type stuff.
Okay.
Now, it's just whatever. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and I just appreciate you having me on. I see somebody says
Yeah.
CLBCNY. Now I got so many questions. What questions you got?
No, you don't want to open that door. You don't
Oh,
want.
okay. Oh no, no, no questions. Okay, no questions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure your brother's is gonna have you up at a time too to further this conversation. And at that time, there will be a plethora of questions. I'm pretty sure coming your way or whatever the case may be. Your brother probably, I don't know if he's already acclimated you on things or whatever, but some questions you answer, some questions you ignore. Some
Okay.
people you pay attention to, some people you even if it bothers you, even if it triggers you, like, oh, these bammers, and let it be for what it is. Because trust me on that.
Okay. Okay.
But I want to say that I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm gonna follow up with you, and we may have to do a follow up interview at some point or whatever the case may be.
Oh,
Like I said,
sure, sure.
I sent this to some reputables in Philly or whatever the case may be. Hopefully they're watching on the low and or will see this later.
Okay.
And if they reach out to me for maybe some assistance, maybe then I'll intersect you all, put you all together, or whatever the case may be, because they got boots on the ground right there in Philly, in different areas of Philly, and they could
Yeah.
probably be more of assistance, whether it be street orientated or activism
I
towards,
actually have
whatever the
someone
police might
that
be doing.
I can't get, like, I can't connect with them, but maybe you can. And yeah, behind the scenes, like, I can send you their
Okay,
information. But yeah, yeah,
okay,
this would be wonderful. And also my YouTube
that way,
channel, if
yeah.
I could
Go
leave
ahead.
that, because they can go over there and I'm going to
Sure,
start posting, and so that they can understand
sure,
more about gang stalking.
sure.
Will I just
What's your
write it
you?
in the
Hold on,
chat?
let me you, YouTube.com. I'm writing it as we speak. YouTube.com / what is it?
Okay, it's the butterfly, Butter fly, and then
The
one.
butterfly.
Yeah, the butterfly one.
The
And one is ONE. And yeah, it's
Okay,
gonna
it's the
have a
word
picture
one.
of a
Okay, I
butterfly.
sure know where to put the daggone black butterfly sail across the waters. Tell your son and daughters
And
what tomorrow may bring.
it's black butterfly.
The song, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Black
I know.
butterfly.
So, so your channel is youtube.com / the butterfly one.
Yeah, at the butterfly one.
One, but the word one, not the
The,
number one.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm about to push send now. So, bomb. Y'all make sure y'all follow Miss Brittney King on youtube.com/ the butterfly one. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittney, I'm gonna go ahead and do my summation and what you call it. I'm gonna remove you from the channel, but it was a
Okay.
pleasure. Hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully your brother say I told him you was gonna be in good hands like all state. Hopefully you feel like you was in
Yes.
good hands like all state.
I
You know what I'm saying?
appreciate you so much. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And this won't be the last time we have a conversation. This will not be the last time that this get addressed because with all everything's going on, it's good to put eyes and ears on the situation to see
Oh,
if something
definitely.
else is going on or whatever the case may be. Shout out to your brother for alley oop in this situation. You have a wonderfully blessed
King me
evening.
now.
I'm going to do what I do.
All
King
right.
me now. All right. All right, darling. Let me put this up. All right, I'm gonna remove you from the back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes. Now I know a lot of y'all might have a plethora of questions or whatever the case may be as to validity of her thinking, as to the validity of the circumstances, as to whether or not there's a serious threat or just a perceived one or whatever the case may be. And I don't think all of the answers could be answered tonight in this short 2 hour period. King Me Now is gonna do a live with her, probably a spaces at some point or whatever the case may be. And or if you follow her YouTube channel, she will be documenting some of the proof, some of the video proof that she's gathered, as well as other parts of her journey or whatever the case may be. Is it gang stalking? That's for you to decide. Is it perceived issues? It's for you to decide. Is her neighbors doing too much? It's for you to decide. Is she doing too much? It's up for you to decide. Are the police on their bullshiggery? That's up for you to decide. Is she poking at the blue wall, so to speak? That's up for you to decide. It's my job to provide a platform for people that have a story to tell or whatever the case may be. It don't matter if they are celebrities, influencers, or the like, or the average layman, average Joe or Joette, or whatever the case may be. Provide a situation where they can speak to you and let you know what they're going through and or whatever they got going on. If you know of anybody that I should be interviewing, holler at your bizoy, huh? Holler at your boy. I do this. I do this. I do this. It was brave of her to come up here and to be vulnerable in front of you all because she don't know all of you. She don't know. She just met me yesterday, or whatever the case may be, and the only other person surrounding this situation she knows is her brother. Outside of that, she does not know any of you all. So for her to come up here and to bear her soul, or at least part of it, for you all, whether you agree with her or not, whether you believe her or not, whether you condemn her or really feel like she's, feel like you're in her corner about the situation. Maybe you have gone through a situation where you have been gang stalked. Whether you think you've been gang stalked or it's actually a real situation. If you need something, if you need a platform to speak your voice, talk to me. If you've been in a situation where there's been abuse, where neglect, trauma, tragedy, but not just the negative things. If you have overcome some things, got to a higher plateau in life, can celebrate some achievements or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're starting to star in a series, whether it's a web series or something on Netflix, Tubi. I don't care. Come talk to me. You could be somebody that came home from the pen and is turning your neighborhood around. I want to talk to you. You get what I'm saying? You could be a fledgling content creator to one that got multi-millions of views and followers. I want to talk to you. Talk to your boy. And listen, been pushed off is crazy. Or average Jane. That's it. Not Joette, but Jane. Yeah, young Drez. That part of whatever the case may be. And listen, people keep asking me, and I don't normally, but if you want to support the movement, you can buy me a cup of coffee, attend at that QR code there. Send something to the PayPal in the middle or the Zelle on the end by clicking on the QR code, or Apple Pay me by that email address there, and or you can use the Zelle You can use that email address with Zelle as well, or whatever the case may be. Boom, let me get that off the screen. Or you can come back to it and find it, or whatever the case. It's the same stuff that's up there. But the point of the matter is, the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks is a show and or part of my platform where I give air and give room for people that are promoting a product or service or business, or telling a story, or giving you their testimony, opening you up to their world, or whatever the case may be. And it's not along racial lines or whatever the case may be. It's anybody that has an intriguing, controversial, or innovative, entertaining, or inspiring story that needs to be heard, that I feel like should be on this platform, or whatever the case may be. Y'all make sure that y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Phil Speaks is in the building, and I ain't going nowhere. They gonna hate me now. They gonna hate on me now, ain't they? But can't stop me now. Just like Nas says, I won't stop now. Listen, and I'm just beginning, huh? I'm just beginning. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks. Hopefully you gravitated towards what you heard here. Hopefully you like what you heard here. You know, whether you believe it, disagree with it, or disbelieve it, or whatever the case may be. I leave all that up to the view. I leave that up to you to decide one way or the other. I thank God that you all have been very respectful in the comments. I appreciate the fact that you've been very respectful and actually attentive and listening. And even with some of the questions that I got to and some that I couldn't get to from the people that are in the audience watching, whether you're here on YouTube, or whether you're on Facebook, IG, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter's Kick, wherever you may be, I thank you for tapping in. Thank you, CLBCLY. I thank you. I appreciate that. Expect more of me. Expect more of me. I'm lining up other interviews, or whatever the case may be. Some will be celebrities that you know, some will be influencers that you know, and some will be the average person that you might not have heard of, but understand they got a story to tell. And Big Phil Speaks and the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks will be a platform to usher that in, huh? Listen, if y'all are from the Philly area and you think that you could be of assistance with some of the issues that might be going on, holler at me and I'll link y'all up, or whatever the case may be. Don't come at me with no BS, and don't come at me with you just trying to be nosy and get close to his sister. You know what I'm saying? So you can stir up some bullshittery. Dez, what's goody like the mob? I see you. Listen, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, and the GMGettes, I want y'all to have at it. Y'all know what I say, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me, but with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we could chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, baby, I holler. You feel me?
Tap, 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 tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap, 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 oh, oh. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap in. Tap, tap, the tap in with Big Phil Speaks. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. What you got going on? What you got going on? Might as well pop in to see what's going on. Pull up, tune in, tune in. I tell a friend to tell a friend, a friend. Big Phil's bringing the real, so let the fun begin. Ooh, you want it, you got it. Here comes the good part. Real conversations, real interviews, real talk. We keep it real just for you. You tapping in is a major part. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in, tap, tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Tap in, tap in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap in. Tap, 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 tap,
to city, city.
City to city, town to town. Big Phil Speaks is coming through and it's going down. Pulling up on the scene to find out what's going on, ain't no mystery.
Pulling up
In your city to get to know the people, the culture, the history. Rolling around like tides, where will he stop? Coast to coast and state to state. He might just end up on your block.
city, city to city.
The pull up is real. When you see me,
Get with me.
get with me.
City to city, city to city to city.
The pull up is real. When you see me,
Get with me.
Yeah, yeah. Now get your ass the hell on up out of here, huh? It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed and peace. Have a good night's sleep. I'll see y'all on these internet streets. I'm out of here. I holla.